A very good afternoon to you. 12:51 is the time. Let's talk to my next guest now, Carl Heneghan. He's a professor of evidence-based medicine at the University of Oxford. A very good afternoon to you. Can you hear me, Carl?
I can hear you.
Oh, God, we got you there loud and clear. Now, I want to talk to you actually about there's two stories. In fact, Sam Armstrong just brought up both of them really to a certain extent. Climate change. According to the UK Health Security Agency, the public health watchdog, apparently fear about climate change could be fueling drug use, according to a government report. Britons apparently are at risk of being gripped by eco-fear, eco-anger and eco-grief, and their mental well-being could be damaged by difficult climate emotions. Is this an actual thing?
Well, I had to look some of this up. In fact, here's one. Solastalgia, Julia. Distress people may feel when the environment changes, possibly due to extreme weather. Well, actually, it poured it down last Friday, and I felt a bit distressed and depressed.
Well, yeah, I mean, as I was saying this morning at the beginning of the show, when it's blue, it's freezing cold out there, but it's blue skies, and suddenly you feel completely different. Doesn't everyone feel miserable when it's grey and rainy?
But here's the important issue here now. The UK Health Security Agency costs us about somewhere upwards of about 600 million. So if Rachel's looking for money to be saved here, I would actually say this was borne by Matt Hancock back just after the COVID pandemic. I think it's fishing around for work. This is ridiculous for it to be. This is important money that should be spent on the NHS and frontline care. And in the background, they're doing reports. We're going to talk about FOI. Somebody should FOI and say, how much does this report cost?
Freedom of information, yeah.
Because I actually believe now we have people in positions of power who are advising the government who are not fit for purpose. Producing reports like this just shows you what they're fishing for work and they're wasting our time.
Well, this and we're paying for it. We've had reports in the past about people getting all very hysterical. I mean, I've interviewed quite a few people that's Just Stop Oil lot and people like that, and I mean they're genuinely properly hysterical. And again, the Greta Thunbergs and the how dare you? They don't seem to know a single fact about any of these issues, and one can have lots of knowledge and have an opinion, and you might be fearful. I mean, someone genuinely thinks, and again, I think if you have lots of knowledge, I'm not quite sure why you'd be fearful of climate change. But this report, I mean, the fact they usually say they've wasted your and my money talking about the mental anguish of victims who've suffered flooding, drought or wildfires. By the way, there's no evidence that any of those three things are impacted by climate change at all. But they said there is a considerable set of evidence suggesting increased risk of depression, anxiety, PTSD, suicide, substance misuse and violent behaviour, as well as reduced well-being and difficult climate emotions. And these impacts can be long-lasting, ranging from months, years and even decades. I mean, this is a public health watchdog. What the hell are they talking about?
Well, I think there's one important issue, I think, is young people of today know no different. We're from an era and an age when we would have just looked at this and laughed. It would have got reported on and they would have called this just on. But in the modern world, there's a sort of catastrophization that's going on that to garner your attention means everything has to be hugely fearful. Yeah. And in doing so, we're marketing an issue. People need to dial back the rhetoric. But I think it's now starting to have its day because people just go, I'm switching off the news. I'm not listening to this. So if you're in the fear factory and the fear marketing, the public are telling you these days are over because it does have a detrimental effect on those who are anxious. But you did right to point out this is a real marker for Wes Streeting to say, look, here's £600 million. You could probably run the agency for about 50 and put 550 million back into public.
Absolutely. Well, rather more